performer called me out in front of 300 people, but the crowd's reaction shocked me. My girlfriend asked me to go to a Pride festival last month, and I said yes, even though I was sure I'd hate it. I'm a straight white guy who watches Fox News with my dad on Sundays. I used to talk about woke stuff like it was a joke. I also thought drag shows were too much for kids. My girlfriend never tried to argue me into changing. She just stayed patient for 2 years. So when she said, "Come with me, just one night," I felt like I owed her. We paid $40 at the door and walked into this packed warehouse downtown. Everything was glitter, rainbow flags, and loud music. I was in a Carhartt jacket, flannel, and work boots, and I felt like a sore thumb. My girlfriend squeezed my hand and said, "Give it 20 minutes. If you hate it, we leave." Then she led me to the front row. VIP tickets. I didn't even know that was a thing. On my left was a bachelor party in matching pink sashes. On my right was an older couple holding hands and smiling. I nodded at them like we were all in this together and told myself to just get through it. The lights went down and the crowd screamed. A tall drag queen came out in a silver dress and owned the room instantly. She sang, she joked, and people were howling. I didn't get every joke, but I could tell she was good. I started to relax for like 5 seconds. Then she froze mid-song. The music cut off. She scanned the front row and pointed straight at me. "Oh, honey, no," she said. "Did your mom dress you? Because that flannel is screaming. I got lost on the way to Bass Pro Shop." 300 heads snapped toward me. Phones popped up. I felt my face go hot. My girlfriend tried to hide her laugh and failed. The queen squinted at my boots and added, "And those work boots? Baby, did you clock out and sprint here?" The crowd roared even louder, and I wanted to disappear. The queen stepped off the stage and walked right up to my chair. Somehow she didn't stumble. She held the mic at my mouth like I was about to make a speech. "What's your name, baby?" I said it barely. My voice cracked and the crowd laughed again. She smiled like she already knew everything. "First Pride event?" I nodded. She tilted her head and said, "Yeah, you look like someone just explained tampons to you for the first time." People lost it. I could hear someone behind me wheezing. All I could think was my dad seeing this online and never letting me live it down. My girlfriend leaned in and whispered, "Breathe. She's just teasing." I tried to laugh, but it came out tight. Then her face changed. She crouched down so only I could hear her and her voice got quieter. "Thank you for coming," she said. "Seriously, it means more than you think." I didn't know what to say, so I just stared at her. She stood up fast, turned to the crowd, and put the big voice back on. "Give it up for him," she yelled. "He showed up when most wouldn't. Carhartt at a drag show? I live for it." And just like that, the room was cheering for me, not at me. Someone yelled, "We got you!" And people clapped like I'd done something brave. Hands patted my shoulder. Somebody high-fived me. A guy in a rainbow cowboy hat handed me a drink and said, "First time's always wild." I took one sip and it tasted like candy. My girlfriend was smiling so hard her cheeks were red. For the rest of the show I watched, and I couldn't find the scary part I expected. It was just people laughing and being happy. After it ended, I walked outside and lit a cigarette because my head was spinning. A minute later the performer came out too, but now he was just in a hoodie and jeans, makeup mostly wiped off, looking tired. He lit a cigarette beside me and said, "Hey." I said, "Hey." We stood there for a bit. Then he said he was 32 and worked as an accountant downtown. He told me his dad hadn't spoken to him in 8 years since he came out. He said his mom still sends birthday cards, but she won't tell his dad about them. Then he said he has a nephew he's never met, and the kid is 6 now. He looked at me and said, "When straight guys show up, it gives me hope my dad might show up someday too." I swallowed, and all I could do was nod. A month later I went back, and this time I bought my own ticket. On the way there, I caught myself fixing my flannel in the mirror and laughed, which shocked me. When I got home, I stared at my phone for 10 minutes, then called my dad. I said, "I went to a drag show. It was actually fun. Will you come with me next time?" He went quiet so long I thought the call dropped. Then he cleared his throat and said, "What time?" Last weekend, my 61-year-old dad sat front row next to me with his arms crossed, trying to look tough. The performer spotted him right away, pointed, and said, "Sir, that mustache is giving 1980s cop. Are you here to arrest me or tip me?" My dad turned bright red, then threw his head back and laughed so loud, the people around us started laughing too. Now my buddies are calling me soft for taking my dad. Was I wrong?